Everybody, today we're visiting Home Depot where I will be showing you the items you'll want to purchase if you would like to convert your van into a minivan camper like I did with Little Blue 2. Specifically, I'll be showing you the components that I purchased from Home Depot so you'll know what to pick up, and we'll also check prices so we can see how much it's all going to cost. Okay, here we are inside the Home Depot, and we're going to be looking at several things. The first part we're going to look at is for the flooring. As you can see, they have lots of different types of flooring available. We're going to be looking for wood laminate pieces, similar to what I put down on Little Blue 2, just to do a price check on it. We're in the flooring section, and we'll be looking here. I love hanging out at Home Depot because it has all sorts of cool materials that might be useful in your construction project. Let me go ahead and pause the camera until I get to the actual laminate so we're not just filming me walking through the store here. Okay, it looks like I found the flooring section. They have all sorts of nice laminate wood that you can lay down in your vehicle. Some of these are like absolutely gorgeous. A moisture barrier, which I didn't put down, and cases of stuff. Okay, a case of this particular one here, River Oak, is $48, so you're looking at about $50. My own conversion used up 6 pieces. I think see how many each of these boxes have. It says a package of 24. So this would be more than enough to do a whole van. Let's take a look at some others. Here's hickory, Highland hickory for $33.91, and each package has 30 in it. So they also seem to have different widths, so that's something you want to consider. This stuff right here is very similar to what I had, and it looks like coastal pine at $32. I only paid $3.99 for mine. Here we get even cheaper. This stuff is I think it's only a $26.59. There's a package for $25. But something to note is that the width of these are narrower than the ones I got. So you may need more. I only used 6, but they were wider than this. This is very narrow. But that might offer you even more flexibility when laying it out, because then you may not have to cut just like I did. I kind of lucked out. Lots of beautiful flooring. Keep in mind this is an optional step. There's some more here. So as you can see, there's a lot of different flooring possibilities, and the price, I guess, brand new ranges from as low as $22.80 here for this package here, upwards of 50 or 60 bucks. But I think that depending on the size of your van and whether or not you're laying it across the whole van, You could conceivably do your entire van for as low as 30 bucks, you know, 30, maybe $100 for the floor. Once again, if you're doing a cheap, easy, quick conversion, this is optional, but for about 30 to 50, maybe $100 more, you could have a fantastic floor. Another option that exists for doing the flooring is to simply just lay down a rug. Here you can see they have a 6-foot by 8-foot rug available. It's I don't think it's high quality or anything, but if you just needed something cheap to lay down, I don't see a price on here, but they have various mats, various rugs here, and prices range from what I'm looking at about $50, $60 on upwards of $200 to $300. There's some little cheap ones here that are 5x7 for only $19.88. So, you know, depending on your needs and what you're wanting to do, these are ultra thin. But I'm thinking if maybe you have plywood down, you can just like, you know, staple these things down or tack them down onto the floor. They look like they have nice patterns, and at only like 20 bucks each, you could have a nice decorated floor. There's also carpeting here. Personally, I given a choice between the carpeting here or the rugs, I'd probably go with the carpeting and rugs, or the laminate flooring. I'd probably go with the laminate flooring, just because it may be easier to clean, because you'll be going in and out of the van, and it'd be easier to just mop it up or sweep it up than trying to clean a dirty rug or carpeting. Now, in addition to the laminate board that I used in Lil Blue 2, you can possibly use these stickies. These stick-on vinyl flooring. They're quite cheap, running as low as like 39 cents or 59 cents per square foot. These are fairly easy to lay out. I had laid some in on a floor in a house before, and they're very easy. You just peel off the back and stick them down. But if you were going to lay these things out in a van, you would probably need, well, you would need a flat surface, possibly lay down a piece of plywood, thin plywood or something, to give you an even flat surface to work from. And then use these stickies and just stick them on. But you can see you could get some really cool designs and make the van not look like a van, but a real home. Awesome stuff here. Home Depot also offers all sorts of storage units that may suit your needs. These are great for organizing items, and they're fairly affordable. I mean, they're like $1 or $2 on some of these. There are some expensive ones here, but for your needs, if you're just wanting to organize items, like this $2 one would work great. But you know, if you're wanting to save money, I suppose you could even use a paper or cardboard shoebox. So I don't know if you'd necessarily want to purchase one of these, unless you just wanted a plastic container versus a paper one. But when browsing through here, I'm sure you can come up with ideas on how you can use a lot of this stuff. When you're in a limited space, organization is very important. Having all these options to organize can certainly make life a lot more pleasant in the van. And if you were going for aesthetics, they even have stuff that, like these, that look like they're woven, even though they're plastic. Or, you know, for a more country type look, you could have wooden items. But it's always so much fun to just browse around and get ideas in here, because they have so many cool things. While we're inside Home Depot, I thought I'd take a moment to show that, well, basically this Loctite super glue. This is ultra liquid control, but they have another kind that is ultra gel control. They're roughly about $4 or $5 for a tiny bottle here, but I would recommend getting a bottle. My preference was the gel control because it was easier to control, and it came out kind of gooey, so you could have time to hold things together. It also kind of fit into crevices and stuff better than I think a liquid would. And the reason I recommend carrying super glue with you in your vehicle is just for emergency repairs. This stuff is awesome. Although I didn't paint the interior of my vehicle, at least not yet, paint is also another cheap option that is available for you to customize the interior or even the exterior of your van. You know, the price here is at Home Depot, and it only runs about $4, maybe $6 for some of the more expensive paint. And just simply painting things can make it look a lot better. And there's some really cool paint here too. Like here, I didn't know they made such things, but apparently they do. You could get glitter paint. So I don't know if it's showing up on the camera or not, but these $7 spray bottles or cans here have glitter colors, and I think that could be used inside a vehicle if you wanted something really unique. Or if you really like bright stuff, they have fluorescent paint. So I'm contemplating painting the interior of Little Blue, but that'll be done in the future. It would mean taking everything back out and painting things, but I may do it to give Little Blue a more complete look. Home Depot, and right across from the paint aisle in this particular store, they have tarps, and I thought I'd point these out. These tarps run here from about $6.48 on up to, it looks like $40, maybe a little bit more. But these could be useful for protecting your vehicle and items there, as well as potentially making a, what do they call those things? Just thought I'd show you some more decorating ideas. You'll notice they now make color tape. So they have all sorts of patterns and different colors. These could possibly be used for borders. So you can really customize the look of your vehicle, and it's not too expensive. These particular tape only run like about $3.50, so for like under $4 you can get a roll of these and really customize the look of your interior. I love just visiting Home Depot because it has so much hardware that would be useful in a conversion. I mean, it's standard stuff that you use in a home, like hinges and whatnot, but with these hinges you can make folding desks or tables, in addition to cabinets and whatnot. There are also hooks that can be used not only for hanging things up, but for mounting things. And for example, you know, if you wanted to mount a curtain rod, you could possibly use one of these hooks to screw onto the end of each window and run it across. I mean, if that's what you wanted to do. My own mounting was a lot cheaper. I simply took the U-beams that they make for hanging the curtain on, and I just flattened that out and just screwed it right in. But if you wanted a more professional look, you could use like a hook such as this on each end, and then run a beam across. They also have L brackets, which are very, very useful. These are great for attaching items to the vehicle itself, like I used for the kitchenette for Little Blue to keep it from flying around. And they have varying sizes. In a previous video, I showed how I purchased the blind spot mirrors from Walmart. They have them here at Home Depot as well, and the price is only like $4 for the little one here, and $5 for this one here. In addition, they apparently carry some automotive stuff here, including steering wheel covers. I think these are like the ones I got for Little Blue 2, and I think they're actually cheaper here. It's only like $6.97 here, and I think I paid like $9 and something. But wow, they have some fancy looking ones here too. So you could really customize the look of your van for like $7 to $10, and you know, as far as the cockpit area. And not only that, it will prolong your steering column. When I picked up Little Blue 2, the steering column was worn all the way down to the metal. I couldn't believe they let it get that low. But these grips, in addition to looking really cool, also feel good, and they can, you know, possibly help with safety just because your hands have a good grip on it, and they feel a lot better than the standard steering column, that's for sure. It looks like Home Depot is now carrying a whole, it looks like 1/4 of an aisle of automotive items. I didn't know that. So this is something new that I learned about Home Depot today. They have all sorts of automotive items here, from refrigerant to, from AC refrigerant to even light bulbs, and, you know, stop leak, recharge, AC recharging systems, power steering, power brake fluid, even coolant, and light bulbs, and windshield wipers, and batteries. So I'm actually kind of surprised that Home Depot carries this. I always thought they just carried mostly home items, but it looks like you could come here instead of Walmart for some of these items. They have I think these are, it looks like power inverters. Yeah, there's our, they have a whole line of power inverters here available. So this is another potential spot for coming to get items. Home Depot, they have the drawer sliders here right across from the automotive section. These are the drawer sliders that I purchased to put in the Little Blue. I think I bought like 16-inch ones. I think this size right here. And these run about $6, $5.98 each. They have them as small as 12 inches for $4.99. And they go larger too, and they have different quality. But I just purchased for Little Blue's kitchenette. I think I took the 16-inch ones, and I bought 2 sets. So this will do one drawer, and another one would do another drawer. So I spent basically $12 in hardware, you know, not including the cost of the wood to create those drawers. But this is where you can get the sliders. They also have, I guess these are like, what are they? It's a hinge, various hinges that can lock and close. I didn't bother using these, but they are available. Alrighty, I had been saying in the previous videos that I use laminated fur for the kitchenette that I built, but it turns out it's actually laminated spruce, right here, as you can see. These are like awesome because they look nice, they're smooth, they're already sanded, and they're sized pretty much almost to the size that we need to build the project. They come in different sizes, from this larger one here, which I don't think I used any of these. Those are, what's that, 1 by 24 by 48, to these here that are, what's that, I can't read these numbers here, but this is 19.75 by 48, and this is 18 by 48 inches. Maybe I did use these big ones. These are 1 by 24 by 48 inches. Yeah, that's what these look like. For some reason they look different than the ones I used. I'm thinking I only went with the 19.75 by 48 inches. But while we're here, I thought I'd point out something else pretty cool. They've got these round pieces here. This larger one here for $9.95, and there's the measurements on it, which is I think it's I can't see, but it's fairly large size, which would make a nice size table. Or the smaller one here for $5.86, which I think is actually maybe a perfect size for a little table between the two front seats. You could use that as a little table or possibly a stand for various items. Useful. If you didn't want to use the laminated spruce, you could go a lot cheaper by using these, I guess they're called melamine shelf units. It's only like $7.34 for one of these giant size. Well, actually, this isn't a giant one here. They have some that are like fairly large. I don't see any here for some reason though. Maybe it's down here. Yeah, these guys are only $12.57, and they measure it looks like 23 3/4 inches by 4 feet. In previous builds, I had used this melamine shelving as the desk and the components, but they tend to be rather heavy, which is why I went with the laminated spruce this time. These would allow you to build the items very cheaply, but the problem is they are fairly heavy. But they do look nice. I mean, they come with the white finish, and you could add, I guess, like I don't know if they have the tape here for the edging to make it look better. So you could assemble the unit for about 1/2 or 1/3 the price by going with melamine or even plywood. They have what it looks like legs, table legs and whatnot. So you could assemble your own furniture, but you know, I'm thinking you could grab some of these. I mean, they're fairly decorative, fancy. So you could use these to construct your own little mini tables or consoles. And give your vehicle a nice look instead of just plain, you know, you could have fancy stuff. And it's not too expensive. These pieces run from $3.23 on up. I mean, the larger ones are like $17, but this is a nice size one that would make a nice little round table leg. So you could assemble stuff using pre-bots. They've cut them. They've even put decorative touches on them so that when you install them, you don't have to do all this stuff, and your vehicle would have a nice look. I thought I'd take a moment to go ahead and show you this sample, or this common board that I purchased to make the bench that went under the seating system. It's $11.95, and it measures 12 by 6 feet. Since the width of the van was about, I think we used like 40 inches or something like that, this is more than enough to make the end pieces and the board that goes across. So construction of that bench seat was roughly $12 plus hardware, so probably $15 total. They do have smaller pieces already pre-cut. These run $8.05, and they're already measured at 4 feet. So if the interior of your vehicle is 4 feet, you could already get one of these boards, and it's already pre-cut to the right length. Maybe get another one to cut for the legs. But I got this one that was 6 feet, which gave me 2 feet more to play with. But the choice is yours. It's all going to depend on the measurement of your own vehicle. Okay, after going back and forth trying to figure out what size and what kind of wood I'd like to use for Little Blue's portable toilet, I've settled down and decided I'll go ahead and try to build it using this 2x4 sanded plywood for $10.05. I've decided that we're going to go ahead and use the soft vinyl toilet seats here. They're $10.97 each from Walmart, and the reason for choosing these over the wooden ones are simply because they're lighter in weight. They're vinyl, they're plastic, and they're very light, and the weight issue is something to consider when you're designing things to be used in a vehicle that you can be driving around all over the place. Believe it or not, this is the inspiration that I'm using for our build of our bathroom inside the camper. Um, I'm actually in the children and infants and toddlers section, and you can see they have porta potties. At first I thought it might be possible to use one of these, but as my girlfriend pointed out, I don't think an adult would fit on this thing. So we're going to be building our own for adults.